Hello, recent Next Level graduates. This is Arthur Milton Porter III, and I want to give you a quick note to kind of update you on the upcoming class, January 14th, the PEP TALK with Sandra Marks out of WashU. A lot of people have already registered. I want to thank you all for registering, yet there are still a few people that haven't, in particular a few people that I know that are this close to being where they need to be. And I think this is something that will take you over the edge. So what I wanted to do is kind of quickly give you two examples of the effectiveness of the PEP TALK and the whole process that Sandra Marks has put in place. The first one is a gentleman who Sandra's been consulting with for about 6 months, and he actually pays her roughly $500 a month to consult with him. So he's roughly paying, he talks to her once a week, so he's roughly paying about $125 a week to talk to Sandra. And she took them to the same process that she's going to take you all through for only $75, believe it or not. And in that process, one of the first things he realized was who he was, the type of business he had. He was set up as a contractor, but he really was better suited as a supplier. And so by going through the analysis that she takes him through, he realized that although I'm trying to be a contractor, I really want to be a supplier. And so he kind of refocused his business aiming toward the supply. Then she showed up to see some of the opportunities that he had in that field. And just the way God works, we ended up getting a casino project that actually needed some things that he supplies. And he actually signed a contract with the casino to supply them with $2.5 million worth of supplies. Now, when you hear that number, you say, wow, $2.5 million. As a supplier, you have to actually buy the stuff. So you actually probably, I think he told me he probably would only take home out of that about $100,000, okay? But guess what? For a lot of people, that really is the story. Wow, I made $100,000. But under Sandra's counseling and consulting, he's decided to take that money. He bought a truck, which is dedicated to the project here at Cape Dorado, and he also bought a storefront down here. He rented out a storefront. So he could actually have a presence in Cape Dorado, delivering his supplies to the job site. Now, also because he was going through our consulting and our counseling, he has developed relationships. We leverage our relationships with people in the Cape Dorado area, and he's actually developed a relationship with a major supplier down here of the same products that he has. And that supplier is going to joint venture with him on other projects in the Cape Dorado area. Southeast Missouri State, there's a couple of hospitals going up down here. So he's leveraged that contract and now having a visible, viable business here in Cape Dorado. Okay? So you look back to that $500 investment times 6 months, by about $3,000, it's paid for itself over and over again. And when this project is over, he will already have set up a business in Cape Dorado. So that's just one example. Again, that's kind of a high example. Let me tell you a little bit about someone that was just starting off. This person actually was a graduate in my class a couple years back, took Sandra's PEP TALK. I believe she actually paid $200 for that PEP TALK, and the same process that you're going to go through for only $75. And she had an existing business. She had some clientele. Matter of fact, she had one lady that was very affluent. And the problem she had was because the lady liked her so much, the lady didn't want to refer her to other people because she felt that she would lose her as she liked to work with her. And the business was so small, it was just her. So after going through the process to find out who she was and what she really wanted to do was really not the service that she was providing for the lady, she really wanted to manage this whole process. And so we came up with a strategy, and with that strategy, she started to actually hire other people and take them with her when she performed the service. And what happened was the clientele became comfortable with the other people. Now also, she developed a strategic plan with Sandra, very detailed 90-day action plan. And one of the things we advise you to do is to leverage your relationships with this affluent client to get other affluent clients. So we actually encourage her to actually show her strategic plan to the client. And the client was so impressed that the client thought that she was asking her to invest in her property, in her business, And she already knew what was going to happen. So he told her, yeah, I want you to invest. And so they was thinking it was money, but again, the wisdom of going through the counseling, we didn't want money. We wanted opportunity. So we had her ask the lady that instead of investing money, could you just invest some of your relationships? Since you're comfortable with me and my business, could you refer me to other people that you think could use my business as well. And because of that exchange, not asking for money, she was able to get several good referrals from the lady and substantially grow her business from what she already had to where she's at today. Now, again, $200 paid for itself very, very quickly. Now, that should be enough to make you all run to my website. Go to www.kingdom associates or www.kingdomassociates.com. Click on that button and pay the $70. But I know that there are a few of you that are yet hard-headed and yet slow to react. So let me add this one last thing. And let me tell you why I'm doing this. Okay. For the last 5 or 6 weeks of your class, I actually drove from Cape Girardeau to St. Louis every Thursday just to teach the class, and then left the class and drove all the way back to Cape Girardeau. And the reason I did that was because I realized that you all were worth me investing into your futures. And I was actually considering myself sowing into your futures, which I believe, again, later in the process of reaping and sowing, would benefit me as well. So, I already knew that you all were worth investing into. Now it's time for you all to realize that you're worth investing into. So, if you have a business idea, if you have a business that you already started, and it's not worth $75 to take it to the next level, then you obviously don't realize how precious and how important it is for you to sow into your own future. But, because I know you're still hesitant, this is what I'm going to offer, last offer. For everybody that's already registered, and for everybody that will register before the 22nd, I'm offering a 100% money-back guarantee. And what that means is this. At the end of the class, if you can look me in my face and say, wow, 4 hours, nothing, I will give you your $75 right there, that day, collect your materials, and you can go about your business. But I know that's not going to happen. I know that instead there are going to be people that are just speechless because of what they just learned. There are going to be some people probably even in tears because of what they just learned. And I know they're going to have testimonies 3 months later, 6 months later, 9 months later that are going to rival the ones I just gave you. So, again, if you don't feel you got anything out of it, I will refund your money on the day of the class. But again, I know that you're going to find that you got much, much more than you paid for. So with that, I want to again thank you all for taking the class. I want to wish you all a happy, happy holidays. I want you all to be really prepared for 2012. I believe that it's going to be a year of powerful breakthrough. I believe there's going to be some release and some powerful testimonies are going to come out of things that we do in 2012. I personally know that I'm going to have some explosive growth in 2012. I believe that you all will as well. So again, I want you to take advantage of this opportunity to be prepared for the opportunities that will come before you. Again, thank you. Have a blessed holiday. Be safe. And hey, go to the website www.kingdomassociates.com and sign up for PEP Talk. You will not regret it. Bye-bye.